Okay, hello dear friends, good evening. And it's been quite a long time we didn't drink any tea. So let's have a cup of tea. And this is a framboise passion. So it's a raspberry and a passion fruit. Sorry if my voice is a little bit too catchy. Let's just do it. Okay. Oh, sorry. It is out of the range of the camera, of the microphone. But that is the tea. Let me smell it. It smells framboise. Okay, I make this video mostly because I want to see this in macro lens. In macro lens, this one, and from time to time I got friends saying that they like the macro lens video. There is something you can never repeat yourself. You can never go back to the same place. Even if I do the video now, just not the same. I am sorry. Okay. I like it because it is small, and I do not like large stuff and big things. When something is too big, it is very difficult to control and difficult to carry around. And this one seems quite a reasonable size to carry around. Usually, I like this kind of colors, very neutral colors, and not too fancy, not too many colors, and all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. It's kind of beyond what I need. I need 1 or 2 or 3 color, and that is enough already. But that is good. And they used to carry it at Target, and since a couple of years ago, I never found this brand. And now I know that that Target stopped to carry them. So you can still buy it online. But well, we can live with or without it. So it's not such a big deal. This may sound not very loyal to the brand, but such is life. We live with what we have. Now we put in the macro lens. Give me 1 minute. I go get some Q-tips. Okay, here's the Q-tip. I think I will use this very often for my eyebrow. That seems a good color, quite strong color. And this one is for some eyeshadowing. That's not bad. It's very smoky. And this one is for some highlighting. Not bad at all. Yeah, this is good. And this is is kind of not showing much. This one is the lighter one. I feel that it will be the right one, perfect one. Now let me put on the macro lens. Oh, there is a problem. The new phone has 3 eyes. Which one do I put? Oh, that is so tough. 3 eyes. Let's see if this one is good. Gosh, it's so difficult to see. Not even worth it. Okay, I will not spend so much, waste too much time on it. This is one time. Sometimes technology goes a little bit too much off. An iPhone has 3 eyes. What is the point, right? You make a picture, and I think recently I was listening to some talks. One of the thought is that the technology has developed into such a degree that, or maybe I think, everything is beyond what we usually need, and the telephone is becoming so good, the camera, and 90%, or maybe not 90%, we only use a very, very small, teeny tiny, small portion of its real use, and the majority we do not even know the functionality actually exists. And what is the point? Anyway, let's just drink some tea and talk about the idea of job to be done. I was listening to one Harvard University, Clayton Christensen, and he talked about this idea of job to be done. It's very much about business development or looking for customers, and it's an economy, psychology, discovery, finding some truth in a very high level of business. And he's one of the founding idea of disruptive economy. So disruption and the opportunity comes from disruption. Uber disrupted the taxi business, and Amazon disrupted the physical shops business, something like it. And there is one thing he was talking about. It's called job to be done, and he just had a study why McDonald's has this milkshake, because it's viscous, and they found the customers usually early in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and buy a milkshake and then go on with their life. They usually take a long drive, and during the drive, there is nothing that keep them to be accompanied, and so this is the reason they hire this milkshake because it's viscous and the viscosity and the taste. It's so slow to melt, and it can keep 20-30 minutes and keep the drive not so boring. And sometimes the customers or people hired other things such as donut, get all the hands gooey and finger with crumbles and the wheel got gooey, or a banana which tastes not so much and last only for 1 minute, and the rest of the drive will be lonely again. And some use bagels. There's crumb everywhere. There is if you put cream, and just at this time a telephone call, 3 jobs, 3 problems at hand, but only have 2 hands, cannot solve the problem. So nothing has replaced the the advantage or just the perfect fit of the McDonald's milkshake. And it's such a thing that did a perfect job to accomplish something else. So in the afternoon, there are people change. Might be parents coming with kids finishing school, spend some time, relax, to talk. And the drink does not finish very fast because it takes time to let it melt or to have a meet up or chat, and it takes time to enjoy. And it has different purpose, but it serves a purpose, and just the perfect purpose. And there is a job to be done, and this milkshake is a perfect hiring to accomplish that job. Do I make any sense? We all have something to do in our hand, and what we do, what we use, is actually to accomplish some of our goal, because we have a job to be done. And this makes me to think about this tea. The tea is not important. We pay good price or we do not pay good price. It does not decide too much how we enjoy it. You do not need to buy very expensive tea to enjoy this moment, because for some people, drinking tea is to enjoy the tea. And for a lot of people, a lot of other people who do not drink tea as the purpose of drinking this tea, the purpose is actually to get liquid, to soothe our throat, and to get water in our body. And if you think about that, the purpose is to get water into our body. Then the tea's quality, or the tea's, as long as it's not too strong flavored, it does not have to be too expensive, such as this tea is not expensive. And what we need is water. And the more pale, the milder the tea, the better it fits into our job that needs to be done. Our job needs to be done is to drink the water, so that we keep our body clean, we cleanse our body, and it helps for the digestion and so many good things, especially in this flu season, in this anytime. It is good to drink water, and it is good to drink hot water. And if you drink plain white water, just plain water, boiled water, it does not have taste, right? You want something to stimulate you to drink more, and a very mild tea just does this job. So I got friends asking what tea you drink. The more and more I think it is not important. Whatever tea is not important. The important thing is your goal. If your goal is to drink water to keep you healthy, then the quality of the tea is not important as long as it's decent tea. It does not have to be $20,000 a pound, which is the price for in some auction market. It is like this. It's not for us. For us, daily use, a little bag of tea or some very mild tea will do the job. So it helps us to enjoy this moment, to enjoy our journey, to reach our goal. Another thing I find very interesting is about this person's talking speed. I say it because I just very naturally attracted to slow speaker. Maybe because my brain is not that bright. Maybe because I am a slow person. And people who spend time, who chew their words to think, makes me to think. And the people who speak less word in a certain amount of time, in a unit of time, speaking less words, actually get more words into my heart. So the other day we went out with a friend, a new friend, a handsome, a smart, very nice person. But there is one thing. This person is so confident and speaks so fluent. He speaks very fast, and it's hard to catch. It's hard to digest, to rethink the word. This makes me think about Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers, the neighborhood guy. He speaks very, very slow, and you feel that he did not even have the capacity to talk fast. And each and every single word is like a hammer into your heart, into your brain. And you always remember. I remember I hear just a few words of Mr. Rogers. I am not angry. I will not be angry. I am good at it. I can do it today. I make sure I am not angry because I am better than it, and I can be not angry. He was talking about a child controlling his feeling, controlling his anger, and slowly and thinking, processing, and becoming a calm down. And it's very powerful. So why I talk about this slow speak is because this professor, Clay Christensen, he just passed away, unfortunately, on January 23rd or something, just a couple of days ago, passed away in 2020. And he had some problem. He got a stroke, and so he lost the feeling of his feet, and he also lost, because of the chemotherapy, chemotherapy. That treatment killed the virus or killed the disease, but also killed the brain part that forming speech and reading recognition ability. So he totally lost his ability to speak. So he relearned to speak. And there are times between his words, between his speech, when he talked, he could not find the word. And you can feel that he struggles looking for that word. And that is so powerful. And it is as if he is working with you together to work out an appropriate word. And sometimes my vocabulary is not yet reaching there. My English vocabulary is not yet reaching there. But I can feel when he talks, I start to think together with him because I can catch up with his pace. He was talking about some words. Actually, I cannot remember which word, but just thinking about just to make an example. He was trying to say something. He was trying to name something, a very clear, concrete idea. So in my mind, I start to pop up clear, precise, concrete, solid, and I am thinking together with him. And I can feel the echo of my heart. From my heart to echo his sound, his voice. Sorry. I need some more water. So this makes me to think a good teacher, a good talker, a good speaker, a good lecturer does not have to speak very fast. And I remember when I have class, let me show you something. When I have class, sometimes, oh, okay, this is a good paper. So I was talking about something, teaching one concept, and that concept finished. Now let's do a new concept. So this is a fraction multiplication, and you do not need to remember the previous one. We only remember this question. We only remember this question. And then the students ask, teacher, why do you make it like this? I say, sometimes we just need to slow down, like a meditation. Now we put some dots and we give ourselves some time to process this idea. we are changing idea, and sometimes we get too much things, too many things. Our brain just not good enough to process. So this is exactly what I have done in class. Sometimes I do some these dots, and next time we are changing another topic. Oh, this is different. How do we differentiate? So this time we are making a new concept different. You see, they are different. Take a look, spend some time to look. Is there something different? The flower is different, the design is different, and there is something even more important. Maybe I will do it in bubble letter, and this is a times multiplication, and that is addition, adding, and it's different, and it's a completely different part of rule, different set of rule. So I just do like this. And because to be a teacher, we sometimes, or we all the time, need a lot of empathy to understand other students, to understand our student, the same as we understand ourselves. If we learn something, we cannot keep on learning without a break, because if you get too many things at the same time, it's very confusing. By doing some of these slow down things and some of these funny things, so early in the morning we do a cup of tea, and I say this is a warm-up time, and students say we do not drink tea, we do not drink coffee. Okay, let's put some marshmallow, and this is a chocolate. So you can find a lot of ways, a lot of methods to bring some fun and interest into the classroom while giving the time to process. We cannot be too much in a rush, because it does not work. It is the same as it does not help to be angry. It is the same. It does not help to be in a rush, because our brain does not function that way. Even if our brain is able to function that way, it's not the most optimized way to use our brain. The best way is to make a separation and to slow down, to give our brain a break, a time to have some fun, to linger around, to think about something else, to think about the pattern, and then come back. It's a different concept. One is addition, one is multiplication. They use different set of rules. The number looks the same, even the sign looks the same, but they are not the same. Now I say it again, they are not the same. They use different rules. See, if I say it more times, it may seem take longer time, but you may reach to the student's heart deeper and more profound and more solid in the brain this way. Do I make sense? So it seems we spend longer time. At the end of the day, we have better result. Another thing, take notes will always help to remember things, and just let your brain wandering around particular goal, no particular purpose. You can see patterns, ideas comes from doing, does not come from looking or thinking. Just keep on doing, 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 doing. You can have a lot of patterns and ideas. It comes from this, not coming from thinking. Keep your hands moving, because sometimes our idea come from thinking, but very many times it comes from emotion, our hand motion. Our hand motion brings up our physical motion, our brain motion, and bring our idea more solid and profound and deeper and more lively. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I do not need to have an idea, because idea comes from doing. Okay, I will stop this video here. I wish you happy, 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 every day.